Hey everybody, how's it going, YouTube? I apologize for the background sound. I mean, can't really hear me too well. I'm working on adjusting all that as we go forward with Cardo 8 Sharks YouTube channel. So I want to update you on everything I've been up to, at least everything today. My buddy I've been coaching, he had a tournament today, and it was very important. The next two games, he needed first place to win the whole tournament. It's a points session. You earn it throughout a 3-month period, and he's been at the top of his league. So he took my advice, picked up on my coaching sessions. I've been working with him for a month now, and he wasn't in a good, the greatest of, uphype moods today for a poker game. He had a lot going on in the business world and home life and everything, and he just wasn't on the top of his game. So I tried motivating him a little bit, give him some advice on what he should do for the day. 2 hours into the tournament, he gets a hold of me and he's like, hey, I've been getting hard hits and this and that, and he just needed an adjustment for his game. So I let him know that he's going in for first. He's not going for second. He's not going for the final table. So this is what you need to do here and now to make sure that you have the best chance of making this happen. Gave him my advice. He took it into consideration. He did what he did. Next thing you know, he's messaging me saying he's building his stack. Everything is coming together. And all of a sudden he made it to the final table. And then he's hitting me up saying there's 7 left. Then he's saying there's 6. And then he said there's 4. And later on in the day, I didn't hear from him for a little bit. He's like, I'm down to the final 2. And so we went into a collaboration moment as he took a little break, and we talked about what he needed to do to try and take first. We made it to the exact point where he needed to do. And let me remind you, this was on an off day that he accomplished this. So I'm very proud of him. I've seen a lot of potential in our coaching sessions. Everything was just on point. And so I went back in my notes to the opponent that he was bringing up into play that he is talking about, and I told him exactly how he should go about taking on this opponent, and I let him know we'll talk more about heads-up play later sessions. And so everything came together, and he ended up taking second, but at the same time, the top dogs of the tournament that were high up in points, they fell short tonight. So they actually didn't do as hot as they usually do, and it could have been because he was taking over the lead, for the night. He was just doing everything properly, and everything was working out for him, and they all got wiped short. So actually, there's only 2 people in the tournament next week he has to worry about out of the 20-something people that there are in the tournament in the league. And those are the only 2 people that can actually wipe him off of first place. And as of right now, he is in first place in points. He's at the top of his league. And like I said, I've been working with him for a month. He's been doing the league for 3 months. This is the final game of it until the next one. So everything worked out good. And on top of this, I played 2 games today, and I played triple up games. So I needed first, second, or third, and we all get the same prize. And in both those games that I played today, as he was playing his game, I ended up getting first through third, tripled up, and maintained both of my games. So he had a winning night. I had a winning night. Also working on business endeavors. I'm reading books. I'm working out. I'm eating healthy. I knocked out all my habits. Everything is an upwards moment. If you'd like to get on this train, Team Cardo 8 Shark, go ahead and look me up on Fiverr. That's Fiverr, and it's under Soul Reaper. And I'm a poker coach on there. You can check out my ratings, the people I've been working with and everything, and it's an upward progress. This is how big the ball is right now, and we're trying to get at least this big before we start making big moves to try to go any place. Because if you have a snowball and that's what you're working with, if you go and throw that snowball, if you miss, you're not going to do much. But if you throw that snowball and you hit something, the snowball is going to shatter, and now you have to start over again, and it's not going to do that much damage. But if you sit there and you roll that ball and it gets bigger and bigger, somebody breaks that ball on you, you're sitting there with 100 snowballs. What you do, you can either throw those 100 snowballs and you can make somebody very irritated, or you can take those snowballs that somebody broke your ball, if it can't get any bigger, and you can crush them down and compact them into like 27 to 35 ice balls. When you have those ice balls and you start throwing them at people, like, you can do some serious damage. You can literally knock somebody's life off the map And we're not talking about literally people here. We're talking about gaining status and composure and building these blocks into an enormous empire and building a legacy for you, your friends, and your family, and everybody you care about. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing poker coaching. And with that coaching money, I'm funding my poker play. And with my poker wins, I am taking that and I'm shooting it into 20% of it's going to charities. And so we see what we can do. I got a little check that I have going on that I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to donate to. I'm going to show that out on one of my social media platforms on Monday to let the people know where that's going to go. But we are just moving forward slowly but surely. We're climbing. If you want to join this team, Card 08 Shark, I'm under Fiverr, under Soul Reaper. Let's go, people. We can do this. We don't have to do this alone. We can do this together.